It's like they programmed people to be the most entitled versions of themselves while also being afraid of everyone else. Pretty interesting. Plus, she's not that hot. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Zucker Dasky here of wearechange.org, and we have an overwhelming amount of plethora craziness to get into today, as things are definitely getting stranger by the day, and there's actually some things to look up to, not just the facial recognition, artificial intelligence, technocratic cameras, but also a lot of things coming to a head and just utterly crashing. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, as well as all the latest developments in New York City in this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was once again shared by @ClownWorld. And if you're not following Clown World on Twitter, what are you doing? They definitely do repost a lot of incredible videos. And this truly, they provide us with a lot of inspiration to detail the craziness every single day. So shouts out to them. Who originally shot this video? I have no idea. So shouts out to these Chads as well. If you know them, let us know down in the comment section below so we could attribute them as well for this hopefully not satirical piece of video that definitely made us laugh and chuckle. Another person not chuckling today is the former Prime Minister of Finland, Sanna Marin, who is best known for her dancing videos in some circles and in other circles known as being the total puppet for the World Economic Forum, as of course she pushed for men to be in women's spaces and sports, pushed for the transitioning of children while setting up a technocratic hellscape of a digital identification system that tracked, traced, and database every single thing that every person in Finland did. And luckily she was dethroned by another World Economic Forum member who is serving the quote conservative party. But hey, at least this guy's not a Bilderberg member like she was, as we documented to you how she was discussing with NATO about the larger national security issues with Europe and Russia, specifically at this elitist confab that the corporate media does not really like to talk about. Bilderberg Group, look it up if you don't know what it is, as a lot of the people who are a part of the corporate media and more specifically own the corporate media also participate in these meetings. A lot of people, a lot of individuals tied to institutions like the New York Times that was just stripped away of its verification mark on Twitter after refusing to pay Elon Musk $8. Some businesses are required to pay over $1,000 per month in return for a gold verification check. This, as this latest troll by Elon Musk, is definitely a step in the right direction, as of course Twitter has been absolutely hilarious to be a part of, especially when it comes to Washington Post fact checkers being fact checked by Twitter community notes. This, as Glenn Kessler regurgitated a quote fact check that quote a prominent billionaire was not financing Alvin Braggs, the district attorney in Manhattan, that of course many times arbitrarily punishes people based on his own political beliefs and ideology. Glenn Kessler said it's incendiary to claim that this billionaire funded Alvin Bragg, and the community note here, which sourced CNBC, specifically talked about the $1 million given by this particular individual that gave that same amount of money through a PAC in support of him and his candidacy to be district attorney. This is the same district attorney that, of course, is going after the former president of the United States. We detailed yesterday about how he was arbitrarily punished, the man who was defending himself, who was shot twice and took down the person shooting him, and a suspect in a theft who was previously being charged with a sentence that could have seen him in jail for the rest of their lives. The victim here who defended himself was handcuffed in the hospital. But now, finally, after much public outcry and attention on this story, Alvin Braggs has now formally dropped charges and will not prosecute this wounded security guard that took down a suspect that was trying to end his life. Yeah, that makes common sense. This is not the first time that, of course, controversial decisions by Alvin Bragg have been overturned by his office after public outcry, as of course the Bodega Man is also known famously from being released from Rikers Island after facing some very serious consequences after also defending himself against a lunatic with a weapon that hurt him first. And it's these types of plutocrats and politicians that we should be careful of that destroy the rule of law, All of this as our representatives in Congress aren't doing any better, especially with what is being labeled as the Patriot Act on steroids, as the left and right are uniting against Bill 686, the Restrict Act, that is being labeled as the bill to ban TikTok, but it says nothing about TikTok. Instead, many people label it the most threatening piece of legislation to be introduced since the Patriot Act, as of course it could arbitrarily punish and severely limit people's individual rights to have internet freedom and anonymity, and even proposes a major fine and jail sentence for people having a VPN. And in light of that bill being proposed, I automatically went through my email and I saw what kind of VPN companies wanted to work with us, and one of them is one of the most trusted, transparent one of them all, and that, of course, is Private Internet Access. PIAVPN.com/wearechange is the website. The link is down in the description below, and if you're looking for a VPN company before they outlaw VPN companies, this is one of the companies that I looked into that likes what we do. I like what they do. They provide a good service. I personally use VPNs. A lot of security experts usually recommend more than one VPN. You can now get 83% off if you purchase it right now. It has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices at the same time. It hides your IP address, encrypts your internet connections, and in some places where the government has banned websites, it allows you to see those websites. It works with a lot of streaming services, especially if you're trying to get access to some content that is not available in your country. It's available for all platforms, zero restrictions, unlimited content, 100% open source, very easy to use, built-in ad blocker, you name it. This company has it. Sign up right now on PIAVPN.com/wearechange. Risk-free right now just by clicking the link down in the description below. And during these very crazy, tumultuous, insane times, it's nice knowing that we could work with a company that believes in what we believe in. So definitely check them out just by clicking the link down in the description below. Also, a new video coming your way later on today on LukeUnfiltered.com. See you there right after this broadcast. As of course, we are still not done here with our main topic of discussion, and that is the madness that a lot of people are expecting to come to New York City. As of right now, the entire block in front of Trump Tower has been barricaded off in New York. There's a huge media presence there as the former president of the United States is soon expected to arrive. Now, this definitely seems like a catch-22 moment for the former president of the United States, as of course he is being indicted. But as the New York Times notes, this has also been a major rallying call for a lot of his support base. And they even wrote an article that it is titled, "Trump Flourishes in the Glare of His Indictment," as of course it's important to note here that this indictment is unprecedented, as the former president of the United States is being charged by signing an NDA with his own private money, and allegedly there was a reporting error. Now, exactly what's in this indictment, we are all going to be finding out very soon, but the former Manhattan District Attorney admits that a lot of this doesn't make sense and that he personally didn't charge Donald Trump in this specific case because it's a simple fraud case, and to move it to a felony under federal election law is something that has never been done before. And obviously politics plays a major role here, as of course politicians are known to be absolutely corrupt, known to take business deals with a lot of foreign countries like China, like Ukraine, like Russia, known for their underhanded deals. But Donald Trump, one of the most investigated men on the face of this earth, is being charged for a reporting error with the consensual NDA that he had with a private party that he paid with his own private money. Come on now, this is absolutely ridiculous. And one of the reasons why, of course, Trump is, quote, flourishing in this key exact moment. All of this as the Justice Department plans to investigate and go after Donald Trump even more, as they are said now to magically have more evidence on Donald Trump. This, as of course, he's also leading the polls as the main opposition party leader to the current regime in charge. This as Trump's Secret Service agents are also expected to testify in a grand jury in this specific DOJ case that allegedly has more evidence. He, quote, obstructed a probe by going through file boxes. Again, what are we doing here? There's so many horrible things politicians do. There's so many illegal things that they do. There's so many people that they extinguish, torture, rendition, silence, censor. There's so many horrible things that multinational corporations have gotten away with because they fill the pockets of politicians. And you're going after this guy. The only thing after investigating him for so long is that he went through some of his file boxes. Are you kidding me? And again, this is just absolutely absurd on its face value, and anyone looking at this from a neutral point of view sees it exactly as that. This is a desperate move made by a desperate regime that is absolutely playing unfairly because, holy freaking cow, does the other party have skeletons in their closet, and they have a lot of them. This says everyone is awaiting the mugshot of Donald Trump, which many people will say will be the defining image of the 21st century, and I would have to agree with them. The mugshot didn't even come out yet, and we made a shirt about it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com because, holy freaking cow, this is crazy. This, as many experts are now claiming, that it will be used as a rallying cry for both pro-Trump and anti-Trump campaigns, as of course the President of the United States is soon to be fingerprinted, handcuffed, and going through a lengthy court trial, which may see the former President of the United States actually delay the jury trial for a year, as his lawyers have been filing a lot of motions, as of course we are very close to the next presidential election. And it's going to be determined by a judge if he's going to push the trial before the next presidential election, after the next presidential election. This, as Donald Trump's lawyers have announced that they are gearing up for a battle, explaining that this indictment is a complete, quote, abuse of power, and they admit that they do not know what to expect on Tuesday, as the charges against them have yet to be made public. Now, of course, there is heavy New York City Police Department presence all throughout the city, as some people are expecting violence, some people are expecting chaos. Hopefully none of that happens. Alvin Braggs arrived to his office surrounded by a lot of police officers, and I just have to say, holy freaking cow, are we living through very crazy, tumultuous times that, of course, we're going to be following very closely. We might even do a live stream tomorrow specifically about this issue. A lot of things are still unknown, a lot of things are uncertain, but holy cow, is this a crazy time to be alive, as of course some people are even saying that a Manhattan judge could even put a gag order on the former president of the United States and ban him for talking about a lot of these key issues, and with a jury that's going to be filled with people from New York City, people who overwhelmingly are either Democratic or woke. I think it's fair to say that we are entering an unprecedented time that is extremely tumultuous and only going to get a lot more crazier from here. What do you expect the charges to be tomorrow? Let me know down in the comment section below. This is going to be, again, an extremely important case. I'm pretty sure we're going to be going live and covering it as it develops, as it happens here on this independent media organization. So don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys actively watching these videos and sharing them with your friends and family members. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video coming your way right now on lukeunfiltered.com. See you there.